Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I know that it has been a few weeks since there has been a video on this channel, but there is good reason for that. 2 weeks ago I was at a banking conference. I work at a software company for my day job, financial type stuff. All my customers are banks. We make automation software. So anyway, I had a banking conference in Chicago. And then after that, the last week, I actually got I got one very, very large retail order. It was 1,000 bags. And then I got two smaller retail orders, 300 bags apiece. So that is 1,600 bags of baits, and that's that's like 15,000 individual baits. It was an all hands on deck type of situation. So got everything knocked out. Got all of those huge retail orders sent off, and now we're back again for yet another color video. You might notice that I have a brand new silicone map. I had these printed up, and if I had known they'd be so popular, I might have printed more. I did like a very short run of them just to send a few out and get a few in the hands of, some friends to the channel and everything, and man, they were just super popular. People love it. So in the near future, I'm sure we'll be printing more of these up. I can't imagine making a huge amount of money on these things. It's a silicone mat, so quite honestly, it's not like I'm going to charge $15 or anything like that. They would probably be in the realm of everything else that we charge, which is, I don't know, like $5 to $10 or something. So in the future, we'll probably have these listed at some point. So today we are going to be doing a brand new color. Well, new to me. It's actually a very old color, but the mold we're going to be using is this. This is an unreleased mold, and this is our Winged Shad. And if you guys are following any of the fishing stuff, or other bait making people, these Winged Shads are like the new hot thing. And just because these wings on these flukes, they let them glide in a very weird manner. I have one over here. So this is what it looks like. Fluke tail, fluke body, and then wings. And it just kind of glides downward, but also does this weird like death spiral type deal. And I don't know, looks like a dying bait fish, so very attractive. These also have the hook slot, so super awesome to just kind of Texas rig. You can fish them weightless or peg a weight on the line. Any of the normal ways, jig head, any of the normal ways that you'd fish a fluke, you can fish these as well. So the color we're going to be doing today is called Gold Shad from MF, and these guys, MF has been around since the time of Jesus Christ. They're one of the original manufacturers. Something happened, his website went down, he moved, he got in an accident or something to that effect. So the MF website is not operational, and I've only heard people having lots and lots of issues. They put in an order and maybe the website isn't actively monitored or something anymore, so things slip through the cracks. But the way to get these things is you go to Zeiner's Fishing Supply. So Ben Zeiner, he's a pretty good dude. He somehow, I guess he lives close by or something. He buys the colors from MF, and then just repackages them and sells them. Super affordable, super easy way to get all sorts of MF colors. They have all the MF, the original MF motor oil, all that sort of stuff. They sell all that. So if you guys are looking, so Gold Shad. I am led to believe, just based on looking at this, that this is kind of like an amber color. Let me see, or like a sweet honey color, maybe a little bit lighter. Yeah, sweet honey is a little bit darker, but this looks to be some sort of like gold amber color. There may be a tint of green in it. I can't really see that. Maybe a little bit. Maybe like a green pumpkin. In either case, so we're going to be doing this color. First, we're just going to shoot it completely solid. Then I think we're going to add some black flake. And we'll just see what it looks like with some black flake. And then I think we're going to do a laminate. We're going to use this MF Pearl Violet, basically just a pearl color with kind of a violet undertone to it. The camera probably will not pick this up at all, the violet undertone, so it'll just look pearl to you guys. And this is also the first time that I've ever laminated this mold, so I am told good things. I am told that it does laminate. The person that made this mold and everything showed me pictures of laminations they have done, so this will just be the first time that I've actually laminated it. And as I mentioned, this is an unreleased mold. We will be releasing this bait. I'm just not sure when. I'm sure it'll be before the end of the year. But we also have to release, like, we have a 16-inch worm we're coming out with. This will probably fall in line. I'm not sure if it'll come first or after the worm, but we will be right back as soon as our plastic is ready. Just real quick, I always want to make sure that my colors are mixed. This thing you can buy off of Amazon. I'm actually surprised more bait makers don't have one. They're like $30. But it basically, you just hold it on there. It goes different speeds. But you do this for a total of about 5 minutes on your colors. And I think this is used to, obviously not mix blood samples in a lab, because I'm sure it wouldn't be something off Amazon that does that, but same kind of principle. You know, mix like small vials of stuff. Let's see. Lab is the maker of this, but 5 minutes on this thing, and this thing is, I mean, this is like a paint mixer. So, okay, we are back. We got our plastic ready. We're gonna do, I don't know the saturation of this, so we're just gonna do 40 drops, or like 35. That's a pretty normal drop saturation per cup of plastic. And now that I look at it, we actually have a little over maybe like a cup and a half. So we'll do like 40 drops, and then we'll see where we're at, and we'll just go from there. Alright, that's probably a little bit more than 40. Okay. I like this color. This is like a very, it's like a pearlescent amber. This will make a very good top for laminations. So, I'm thinking like, you probably do like a really cool like Tennessee shad or something, you know, like some gold flake, some black flake. Actually, that's what we might do, is put a little bit of gold flake in there. But this is the color. Cool thing about these mats is that it has both a dark spot and a light spot. So you can put a little bit of plastic out, and you can see how it'll look against a dark background and a light background. I gotta say, I'm liking that. I like that color. So let's go ahead and shoot the mold just with our normal always remember to hold pressure for a few seconds. I did not preheat this mold, so, and this mold is a little bit thicker than other molds, so I have to use the actual vice clamps. More aluminum just means, you know, if you don't preheat it, more room for dents and such to happen. So I usually hold it for a few seconds afterward, and we will be right back to demold this fluke. Okay, we are back. Here we go. This is the unveiling of this new mold. Alright. And I gotta say, I really like this color. So, super gold in the mold, but kind of pearlescent. Reminds me, Barlow's makes an amber color. They also make honey and sweet honey and all sorts of other garbage. Kind of reminds me of that. Honey and sweet honey. Well, the sweet honey is a little bit darker. The honey is more this color, and then the amber, of course, is this color. But it's weird. It's a little pearlescent, like it's got a shine on it, but it kind of has a, I don't know, like a tinge of darkness to the color as you rotate it. Some sections are just a little bit darker than others. Go ahead and pull one of these out of the mold. Pull two of these out of the mold. Here we go. Hook slot, wings. This mold shoots perfectly. I like this. I would, I maybe would not throw this as just the base color. I mean, I'd definitely put a jig head on this if this was the color I had. But I think that in a laminate, I think that this color is going to do very, very well. So, that's actually what we're going to do next. And I have a treat for you. We're going to use the 2x2. We're going to use the gold, and this is called charcoal holographic or something. It's like a black gray. Kind of has some different colors to it. But we're going to be right back. We're going to heat up our plastic for the bottom, which is going to be pearl violet. And I'll show that mix. And then we're probably just going to reheat this and add the flake to it. So, we'll be right back. Alright, we are back. We have our plastic ready. I'm not going to measure this out. I mean, it's just a pearl. It's not anything crazy that anyone hasn't seen before. Maybe a little more, actually. I don't know. We'll call that 50 drops or something like that. I don't know. Alright, so there you go. Pearl. There's a slight violet hue to it. I don't think the camera's picking it up at all, but that is going to be our bottom, and we are going to reheat the top and add some gold and black. We'll be right back. Alright, so we are back. We're going to add a little bit of this 2x2 in gold. We're just going to do 1/8. Usually with the tops of flukes, looks really good, like less is more with the tops of flukes. Alright, there is our flake. And that is just an incredible color. I love how that looks. Let's go ahead and shoot this mold here. Usually when I'm doing laminates, I find it's easier to go nice and slow. Make sure to hold pressure. And hopefully we will be back in 1 minute and we will see what we got on this laminate. Okay, we are back. This is off of the dual block there. Love how that top color turned out. Bottom color is very violet. When you put it on a black background, zoom in a little bit, you can definitely see the violet hues start to pop out. You can see it a lot better against the background of this injector here. You can see here is very purple, whereas on the clear background it doesn't show up at all. So, pull this off. So we're hoping to get something a little bit like that. Okay, we are back. We're going to go ahead and open this up. Popped up a little bit, but okay. Alright. I love how this top turned out. That is just incredible. I love the individual gold. I love how the gold kind of brightens it up a little bit. Kind of makes it a little bit more like see-through, a little bit more amber. And then if we pull these out, there is our underside. Looks like I didn't hold pressure long enough. Looks like this little chip didn't fill in. But there you go. That is the lamination pearl belly. Big fan of how it just laminates like the bottom of the wings. That is that's very nice. You can kind of see the violet there on the belly. Alright, camera battery died right there as I was finishing up. So we're just going to speed to last look. This was the first version that we did. Super transparent kind of amber color. And then this was the lamination color. I actually like this color so much that I'm probably going to put this into one of our normal colors. This is just a super effective color here. Anything with like I said, Tennessee shad is a little bit darker, but shad spawn, I mean, this thing would just slay. So there you go. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments.